Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me recognize in a very special way the Minister for Housing, the Honorable Reginald Ostry, the Minister of Health, the Honorable Kenneth Daru, the Minister for Social Services, the Honorable Lady Catherine Daniel. Also in attendance with us this evening is the Minister of Education, the Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, the Minister for Telecommunication, the Honorable Calva Daru, the Minister for Commerce, the Honorable Rosalind Paul. Let me also recognize the former PAL rep who is here with us this evening, Mr. Toulon, and the former Senator, Mr. Bentley Roye, the pioneer of the agricultural sector, one of the pioneers of the agricultural sector in Dominica, Mr. Vanus John Childs, other senior persons who are here with us this evening, the people of Morne Rachette, Fisheries, and Salisbury, and the listeners listening to us tonight. Let me also say a special good evening to my constituency customers who is listening. I seem to be out almost every night. Good evening, everybody. It is such a joy to be here with you. But before I make my contribution, I want you to take note of something. I sat listening to Mr. Esprit, who is not an elected member of parliament, articulating all of the hard work he's doing for you, the people in this constituency. So let's give Mr. Esprit a better hand this evening. I want you to know that Mr. Esprit has his own clinic on a Wednesday, where persons are coming to see him to discuss matters of importance, to discuss support. Very often he brings me a note, something to endorse to pass to the PS in support of the persons of this constituency. So you have a solid man representing you within the government circles. But tonight, very briefly, I want to share with you on some of the opportunities within the Ministry of Agriculture that I need you, the people of this area, the Salisbury constituency, to take advantage of. And first of all, I want to share with you the $10 million facility that the government has established at the Aid Bank for on-lending to you, the hard-working farmers of the Salisbury constituency who are here tonight, that you should be taking advantage of. And I need you to know that as I go around, I'm happy to know that farmers are listening and they are responding. So we are seeing an increase in the number of farmers who are going to the Aid Bank, who are first of all going to the extension offices, and then are going to the Aid Bank to take advantage of this facility at the Aid Bank. First of all, the facility was created for you, the small farmers here in Morne Rachette, Fisheries, and Salisbury. The first $15,000 of that facility, which is $10 million, you do not need no collateral. So it means that you, the small farmer, the vegetable farmer in this area, you, the small farmer who only occupies a quarter acre and doing your mixed farming, who has been toiling in the land for all of your lives, and you've reached a stage whereby you are aging and you cannot afford to put in all the labor you are accustomed of putting in, you can now go to the Aid Bank with a document from the extension office in Salisbury, since that's your zone, clearly stating that I have been a farmer for all of these years. I have been planting my yams and my dashing and my potatoes and my vegetables. And now I need some assistance to assist me in getting some funds to pay for my labor. As you know, these days, there are so many pests and diseases in our agriculture. So therefore, you're going to be needing some chemicals, you need some fertilizer. You can now go to the aid bank, and your government, the Labour Party government, has established a facility for you. And it's for all of you, the farmers. And if for some reason you are encountering difficulties, please let us know. Let Mr. Esprit know. Come and see us at the ministry. The Prime Minister has made it clear that he is open to any farmer who is having difficulty accessing the loans at the aid bank, that they can come and see him personally, and is willing to intervene on your behalf. But of course, it's a bank, and therefore the bank has its rules. So you will be asked certain questions, you will have to bring in certain documents. But rest assured, you, the farmers of the entire Salisbury constituency, every farmer, black, white, blue, red, green, whatever, the facility is for you, because we need an increase in production on the island at this time. Persons are asking for more of the fresh produce from Dominica. I just saw a note where some 7,000 pounds of yam, just one person moved out yesterday out of the pack houses. We have established 2 pack houses, one in Portsmouth and one in Roseau, and we are now processing our produce through the pack houses, and we are sending better quality fruits out there, because this is what the market demands. As we speak, we are sending 2 containers of dashing to the British market. Some 45,000 pounds of dashing every month being shipped to the UK market. So we are moving the products out, my dear people. But the market demands quality. The market demands top quality. No more overpacking of the cartons. I saw a shipment of produce heading for Matnick, and I'm a little concerned. Every carton was overpacked. They were bulging out, dashing, shooting through the handles. So I will speak to the persons in question to let them know that they must maintain the standard that we are accustomed to in getting our produce out. I also want to say to you, the fisher folks of this area as well, the facility is for you as well. I also know fishing is big business here. After Erica, we assisted some of you as much as we could. But for those of you, our fisher folks here, who want to expand on their fishing, who want to get new equipment, who want to buy a new engine or motor engine to go out, you can come to the Fisheries Division and let the Fisheries Division walk you through to the aid bank, so you can access some loans, some funds for the facility to help you to go out fishing. Because fishing as well is a very big business in Dominica. We just bought at the Fisheries Division a freezer truck, which we launched in Yorkshire, I think it was, last weekend. And that freezer truck is to transport ice to our fishers across the island. It is also to assist our fishermen when they come in with a good catch and they need to transport that fish to Roseau. We will make that truck available to the fishermen so that this truck can come in and pick up the fish, providing that the fisherman went out with ice on his boat, and that fish can be taken as part of the overall fishing market that we are expanding rapidly in Dominica. So there is money to be made in agriculture, but you cannot do agriculture in the same way that you're accustomed of. Going to a garden at 7, coming back at 10, or spending an hour asking somebody to work for you and you're not even around to supervise. We are saying to you that you must spend quality time on your farm. If agriculture is your business, you must give a minimum of 6 to 8 hours on the farm, and ensure that if somebody is employed working for you, you are on the farm to supervise what they're doing. Otherwise, they will rob you. So we want you to take agriculture very, very seriously, and that is why we are investing so much within the agricultural sector to assist you. Your caretaker mentioned the amount of money being invested on feeder roads. But just to say to you that under the BAM feeder road, in which not every area on the island benefited, there are 3 feeder roads within your area, your zone, under construction, under the BAM. And that's the Mero Salisbury feeder road. We also have the Syndicate feeder road. And we also have the Opiton feeder road. I hope I got it right. Opiton feeder road in Corio. So there are 3 major feeder roads being rehabilitated to the tune of almost $13 million just in your area alone, being invested presently as we speak. And government has identified through the European Union an additional 5 million euros for the rehabilitation of the other feeder roads on the island. So the feeder roads in this area, which were not under the BAM program, your feeder roads will be rehabilitated. Presently, we are preparing to get the estimates of all of the remaining feeder roads that needs rehabilitation. So at the end of it all, government will spend approximately $50 million EC on feeder roads. My dear people, when we would have completed this upgrade of feeder roads, we need you to adopt these feeder roads, because this kind of money will not be around again. You have to see the feeder road leading to your farm as the road leading to where you are making your livelihood. And we expect you to keep the drains clear at all times. Because I drove on the Salisbury road in particular. We went right across that road. And 80% of the damages I saw on the road is because of the farmers not contributing to maintaining the road. The young trees I saw in the drains, the shrubs, the young coconuts, and all of these things blocking the drains, when heavy rain, the water has to find a way out. And the only way the water could find was to cut through the road. Water has to go out, you can't stop water. So therefore, the onus is on you, the farmers who are driving up. And I saw so many pickups, 4-wheel drives, on this road. Nobody's stopping to move, not even a coconut branch from a drain. This cannot continue. And we are the ones investing all of these funds to assist you. So we must speak hard to you where this is concerned and let you know that you have to adopt this road. So we are looking forward to you, the farmers, cooperating with us in taking charge of these roads. We're looking forward to you going to the aid bank to access the funds needed to assist you in improving your farm. We are looking forward to you taking advantage of all of the opportunity in agriculture. Dexia needs agricultural produce. Dexia has a structured program where farmers can be contracted to produce dashing, plantains, yams, potatoes, you name it. But my dear farmers, if you enter into a program with Dexia to produce any of the products that I have mentioned, you must stick to your plans. Because what we are doing now, we are securing markets across the Caribbean, but we have to maintain these markets. One of the problems the buyers out there have with Dominica is that we are not consistent in our supplies. They go into an agreement with us through Dexia that we will provide them with one 20-foot container of dashing fortnightly, and after free shipment, we have no more produce to supply them. And largely because the farmers who enter into the agreement with Dexia, as long as their crops are ready, they will sell it to the highest bidder for 10 cents more. And they destroy a structured, secured market. This cannot continue. We have competition. St. Vincent is moving produce into Antigua. Dominican Republic is moving produce into Antigua. And all of the traditional markets that we had in the north, which were our own, our lucrative markets, it's not ours only anymore. We have competition out there. What is saving us is the quality of Dominica's agricultural produce is still the best in the region. it's tastier, or fruits are sweeter, or cucumbers are better. So what we are producing is good quality. But let me just name you a few of the islands that are still willing to take all of our produce. We have presently, we ship to the United Kingdoms, and we also send to Caribbean islands like Barbados, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Montserrat, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, both Dutch and French St. Martin, British Virgin Islands, United States Virgin Islands. All of these islands and countries are open and ready for your fresh produce. A gentleman came to my office just yesterday, interested in Christophines for the European market. Another gentleman visited, and he's hoping that we can get a number of farmers to go into vanilla for the European market. So there is money to be made in agriculture, but you must be ready not to operate in the same way that your customer operating, but to go seriously into it. And let us help you. Forget about all the noise out there. There will be noise made all the time and so on. But listen to the persons who has your interests at heart. And presently, right now, is the Dominica Labour Party government who has your welfare and your interests at heart. So listen to us. One of the things that often surprises me is the persons who are criticizing all of the opportunities we are creating for you. While they're on the radio criticizing it, in the day, they are in our offices taking advantage of it. So be careful with them. Be careful with them. They are taking advantage of every opportunity, and they're telling you there's nothing for you. Well, there is something for you, my dear people. And let us stay together. Stick with your government, the Dominica Labour Party. Let us work together to push agriculture and to push everything we're pushing for you as a government, because Dominica is on the move and we are not turning back. CBI is here to stay to help us develop this country. So thank you very much, my dear people, and just be strong. And every day, give a good day's pay for yourselves. Thank you very much.